recording has begun, and we have confirmed video as well. Here we go, everybody. Begins in 3, 2, 1.
I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. There ain't no way that you could come from my loins. I'm going home and kick your mama in the butt.
I'm gonna shove your head in the toilet.
The morning stream. The good guys will come and get you. Okay?
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the morning stream for Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. I'm Scott Johnson. Brian Ibbett also is here. Hello, Brian.
Well, hello, Scott. How are you?
I'm better than yesterday. I slept.
Yeah?
I went to bed at 9 p.m.
Oh, that's early. Holy cow, that's early.
I know. The night before I went to bed at like 1, so that tells you the difference. And it was great because I slept real solid and woke up nice and refreshed today, only to find that at about 6:30 we had a power surge, and I thought for a minute all my routers were dead. But we're good.
Wow.
We're here, everyone.
Good.
Don't worry.
Good.
My son had a worse day, though. He was at work, and he's got this new gig, and he's pushing around a lot of heavy stuff. And something fell on his foot and cut off the part of his toe.
Oh no! Which toe? Pinky toe or
no? Big toe.
Or...
They sewed it on though.
Oh.
They were able to sew it back. His nail will probably never be the same. And they gave workman's comp and all that business. But,
oh my God! So they have to like put it on ice and rush him to the hospital and all that stuff.
All
oh my
that
gosh!
Stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and he sent me a picture, and it's wrapped, but it's still kind of bleeding. And his toe looks bigger than it should and all that stuff. So I told him, you got to get yourself some of them steel-toed boots over at the REI or something.
Yeah. You should go to Red Wing. Oh,
Red Wing. Oh. Actually, now that you say that, he probably has a pair.
He has to have a pair from when he worked at Red Wing, right?
I
would think.
I wonder why he didn't wear those. You know what? I'm going to bug him about that. I didn't even think about it. I called him yesterday to check on him, and I didn't even think about it. So I'm going to say right now in the group text, hey, Nick, how come you didn't wear steel toe shoes?
From Red Wing.
There. I mean, he ended up with like 8 pairs of shoes from that place.
I was going to say, I think he got quite the parting gifts.
He did really well there on shoes. Yeah. But anyway, he's fine though. So no need to worry, everyone. His toe is intact. It will heal, and his toenail probably will never grow right, but that's okay.
That's all right.
We all have these
kind of
something
kind of cool about that, right? Like like a battle wound or a scar or something like that.
Yeah.
This is from when I almost lost my toe in a workplace injury.
Yeah. We all have these battle scars, and we like to tell stories about it. I got a scar up here I always like to tell about. I got an ankle that all it takes is someone to blow on it and it'll freaking fold in half. It's such a piece of shit. Things like that. It's life. It's life as we know it. My nipple, I don't have a left nipple. It got torn off. Just kidding. That's not true.
Wait a minute.
All right. I'm officially annoyed. Up to this point, I have let it go and said, well, I get it. Or sure, I guess they're going to go up a little bit here and there. But I'm going to just make a stance today, Brian. Okay. I am tired of streaming service price hikes. I've had it. Yeah. Every one of them goes, just so you know, our ad tier is going up. We'll still have ads, but you have to pay for it. And also our tier with no ads, well, that's also going up by such amount. Max is the latest one to do it. I get this email. And I actually yelled at my browser when I got it. I yelled. Nobody was here.
Tell me it was a, come on.
I was like that. I was like, oh my gosh. Please. I think I yelled. Now, it's only $1.
Yeah,
but they do it over time. $1 here, $1 there. Do. Before you know it, you're paying out of your ass for basically we're back to cable. Stop it. You know what I think this means? I think we're heading toward a new era of piracy. If they keep this up, people will be forced to go, well, I can't afford that anymore. I guess I'll get it off my friend's Plex server. I guess I'll go get it off Pirate Bay, which still exists and thrives.
Is it really?
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
That's still there. That's still going. So, like, I'm not ready to do it, but I am ready to cancel a few of you.
Yeah.
You're pissing me off. It's like, you dicks.
I've talked about it a bunch, but, whoever comes up with that really, really cool all-in-one website or app that will keep your list of all the shows that you want to watch things that people have recommended to you, or things that you want to check it on your own, and keep track of which services they're on, or movies, right? Like, oh, that was just in theaters. I'll wait till it comes on streaming. Let me know when this is on streaming. So it's got your list in there. Then it's got all of your the subscriptions to whichever services you use, as well as the ones that you aren't on anymore. And then say, all right, we're coming up on the beginning of June. Cancel Netflix, cancel Max, and pull up Showtime so you can watch these 8 things that you've got on your list for the month of June. And
I would love this. This would be
amazing. And it has buttons that automatically take you to the unsubscribe or the cancel my subscription page.
How hard is this to make? Somebody out there just make this. BioCow and
$1 million idea.
Yeah, give Brian credit. But immediately give us access, because I would do this in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And I would pay that service to do this service for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't pay a lot, but I'd pay.
I mean, we have an issue because we're FilmSack. We are FilmSack. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
But we have to have the services that work with whatever movies we need to watch at that time. So
yeah, we're willing to eat the bullet. We're willing to eat the bullet on that. But everybody else, this is starting to suck, and they all get little ideas from each other. One of them's like, oh, they're doing an ad tier that people pay for.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's like, oh, we could probably do that. Let's try $2 more a month and see what happens. Let's see if people start to do that.
Icor has a good point. Somebody makes the service you're dreaming of, and then they start raising their prices every once in a while. It's like, we're gonna do, it was $5 now, it's gonna be $7.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
It's just, you don't need. These are companies that make so much money. And all this is them going, well, we need to perpetually make money. We can't have any slow quarters.
Right.
So stick it to the people for another $1, and they'll think, oh, it's just $1. And they use language like, it's just $1.
Yes,
and
right.
You can cancel anytime. There's no commitment. F off. Dicks. I hate it. I hate it, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's that. I got an update for people. In one of my diary episodes, I brought this up. I didn't talk about it here, but my neighbor across the way, early in the morning, I witnessed while I was recording, I watched a guy place various large size women's underwear.
Placing them?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I need to know more, Scott.
He was placing them wet. Jeannie's got it. Wet on the what do you call it? The balcony edge?
Yeah, right. Like the railing on the balcony.
Yeah, he's in like one of these townhomes across the way from me, and he's just laying them out there one by one, and they were various sizes, little panties, and then big ones, like big old like grandma panties, big ones.
Okay, all right.
And I couldn't make sense of it, and I also know who this is. This is the guy. They're a little weird over there. They've had police come before because they fight. Him and his wife fight all the time. And there was someone called the police one night. Anyway. I know it's just him and his wife. They're both fitness freaks and in really great shape, to the point of being annoying. They're that kind of people.
Okay.
Go to the what do you call it every morning? Not the gym, but what's the CrossFit thing every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're just there by themselves, and they have no kids. But he's out there laying out like 5-6 pairs of panties. Some are huge, some are small. It makes no sense to me. So everyone who heard that episode kept writing in, going, well, maybe he's a cross-dresser, maybe he's into ladies' pants, all these things. I'm like, well, I don't know what it is. He then also laid out a bra or two, but it was all lady stuff. And I assume, well, the washer's broken. His mom's maybe visiting. I don't know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday,
yeah, sure, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yesterday, I catch the same guy putting what looked like long. What's that stuff we talked about in eggs the other day that our moms wore?
Legs.
Pantyhose.
Yeah.
What looked like pantyhose now. He's laying over the ledge of this thing.
Okay.
So what is up with all the undergarments that are all just ladies? I don't know. Yeah. It's weird, man.
Ladies, like, could one of them be one of his Speedos or something? Like, could it be?
Could be.
He would have a larger one than his wife would, right? As far as like his Speedo would be bigger than his wife's panties, of course.
But these were like, they were like that, dude. Like, Like
Really?
big wide load pair. Like no offense to anyone who has to wear a huge pair of panties. I'm just saying these were like no way they fit him or anyone I could see.
They almost I almost couldn't see both sides in my binoculars. They were so big.
They were
with my telescope pointed over there, and they looked enormous.
Yeah, and that was the other thing I was trying to do is make sure this dude could not see me looking at him.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to. I didn't take any pictures of you for the same reason. I'm like, I don't want to be that neighbor.
I know.
That's weird.
And there's a point before it, like, it's content up until it becomes creepy, and then it's not stalker, but it's it's creepy is what it is. Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but look, I understand that other countries, as said in the chat, there are places where you hang your wash. We used to do that. We used to have a line out in the backyard, and in the spring and summer we would air dry certain parts of laundry.
Like delicates you don't put in the dryer.
Right.
Which, would be these things like panties and I don't think bras you put in the dryer either. I think Tina dries her bras outside of like we have a drying rack in our laundry room that she puts them on.
Same with Kim. And I think that's because the material, if it shrinks,
the wire inside, and the material can gets
all bit pinchy and stuff. So that makes sense to me. But this guy is only, as best I can tell, he's not putting out male articles, and then
and you know that they don't have somebody coming to visit them, or
best
maybe
I can
they've
tell.
got.
I don't know.
Maybe they've got a sister. Oh man, my laundry. My washing machine isn't working. Can I wash my stuff at your place? Oh, it's fine. And
it very well could be. It could be all of those things. It could be more things than that, even that. Like Dr. Calhoun said, so what's the problem? There is no problem. I'm just telling you, I see this thing and I'm trying to make sense of it. Why would this couple who are alone have panties that fit, Ursula from the freaking Little Mermaid?
The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
It's a little Rear Window. It's a little Jimmy Stewart in his chair with his busted leg in a cast and can't get out, so he's learning everything he can about the neighbors and maybe a little bit too much about Raymond Burr.
Yeah, a little Rear Window going on here for sure.
A little Rear Window, yeah.
Well, anyway,
maybe too much rear in that Rear Window, if you know what I mean.
Sure, and they're fine. Let them have them. Let them do what they do. I'm not judging. I'm just trying to understand.
Yeah.
Boy, the chat room really going to bat for Big Panties Guy. Big Panties Guy.
I know. It's like, why can't this guy have big panties?
Yeah. What's the problem with that? You probably got them too.
What's the matter with big panties?
Claire says, worry about your own dirty laundry. Oh, I do. In fact, today's laundry day because since Kim left, I've done none. So I got to do some. And I'll be doing it later. I will not hang.
Get ready for pink shirts, everybody. Pink shirts all next week.
I'm going to do my best to separate colors. I don't know how well that's going to go, but I'll do my best. Maybe I'll film some of it. And look, if I have an item I need to hang out in public in front of everybody, I'll do it. I'll do it. It's not a problem. All right. Speaking of theories or lack of them, we have a theory here. Okay. This is from a listener. Hi, Scott. I just listened to the hilarious bit about your post-Furiosa urinal incident. This has been coming up almost as much as Brian's mystery girl in his dream.
I'll be honest. I'm kind of glad that the focus. Here's what I'm hoping to have, because everybody's shouting out these names of people I know, right? Oh, maybe it's Debbie Mazar, or maybe it's Kate Walsh, or maybe it's Pippa Middleton, or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's nobody whose name you'd recognize. It's nobody's got like a household name. Not Megan Mullally, not Bugs Bunny in a wig. That was a good one. I did like that one a lot.
Sure.
But it's going to be a point where I'm going to be watching some sitcom at some point. I'm like, oh my God, there she is. It's this person right here. And I'm going to find that clip and I'm going to post it and I'm going to say, here's the person. Here's the name you've never heard before in your life. And there you go.
Yeah. It's just going to hit you one day. I agree with that. You'll be
exactly.
at dinner. You'll be sitting there. Tina will say,
right.
Brian, do you remember the time? And then you're just sitting there suddenly go, Kate Walsh, as loud as you can, or whoever it is.
It really was Kate Walsh, but she was playing a weird character.
It's just not
Annabeth Gish. Annabeth Gish, because she was in that Mystic Pizza with, your Lily Taylor and your. Why can't I think of I can't even think of the woman who played the main character in Pretty Woman. Oh my God, Erin Brockovich.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, all right, not just me. Julia freaking Roberts.
Julia
Thank you,
Roberts.
Monica.
Holy shit.
My God. Isn't that weird? Like, it should be the most obvious name. It's the name you think of because she played both herself and a person who happened to look like Julia Roberts in Ocean's 12. Anyway.
That was so bad.
But Annabeth Gish was in that, and it was one of Tina's and my favorite movies. We actually went to the pizza place in not Vermont. Where is it? Massachusetts? Connecticut. In Connecticut. Mystic, Connecticut. Yeah. Ate there. We had a pizza slicer that we bought there. It was great. But Annabeth Gish at that time kind of reminded me of Tina. She was like you've got these people that are the actor or actress equivalent of people in your lives that you basically say, oh yeah, if they made a movie of my life, Annabeth Gish would play Tina, kind of thing.
Right. Oh yeah, I can totally see that. I'm looking at her now. Yeah. Absolutely. Totally could see that.
Yeah.
Yep. Not her though.
Not Annabeth Gish, no.
Okay. All right.
Oh, who else did they say? Not Katie Seagal, not Gina. Oh, Gina Bellman? I don't know Gina Bellman. Definitely not Edie McClurg. You guys you're horrible.
Edie McClurg? I mean, I love her, but that ain't her.
BioCow says the girl on Friends that Ross cheated on Rachel with. They were on a break!
Yeah.
You talking about the girl from the copy the copy place?
What was her name?
Not Iona Sky. I can't remember the name of the girl from the copy place.
Cloris Leachman. No. Not Cloris Leachman.
Definitely not Cloris Leachman.
Not
Phyllis Diller. Let's get some of these other ones out of the way.
No B. Arthur. No
B. Arthur. No Rue McClanahan. No none of the Golden Girls. Let's just get them all out of the way.
Yeah. They're done. They're absolutely off the list.
Yes. Boy, remember when I said I was so glad that your Alpha P guy had taken the spotlight away from this?
Yeah, he hasn't, and now it's all flipped back.
Yeah,
well, this theory goes like this. He says, this by the way, Mark in Portland wrote this in. He says, I just listened to this story. As a gay man who has been around the proverbial block, he says, I can with 99% certainty. That's a high percentage.
That's a high percentage of certainty. Yes.
He says he can tell us with that amount of certainty that you are being cruised. He says,
cruised?
Yeah,
oh, no.
He says, here's the evidence. Empty or near empty bathroom. True. Check. That's true. Somebody coming up to the urinal next to yours when propriety would say otherwise. Check. Someone showing you their goods. Check. I mean, I didn't look at his goods, but I guess in theory they were there.
It does. I mean, it like him doing that would make you turn and look to see why he's doing that, and in the process of doing that, you'd see his goods.
It's true. And then it says, had you been any other gay man, you would have known the mating ritual that follows. Otherwise, it is just a bizarre yet hilarious story. Hope that clears it up for you. I'm here for you if you have any more questions, says Mark. Brian has a question. Brian, take it away.
Tell me what's the mating ritual that follows? Like, do you put your wings up and like do a little circular dance? Puff your chest out really big.
Yeah, yeah, because it doesn't. When he says ritual, that implies there's more.
I know, like
more pomp to this circumstance. You know,
the alpha is showing interest. I need to reciprocate.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about that as well. Follow up. Let us know. We'll talk about it on the thing. But I mean, Pride Month hadn't started when I saw this movie.
That's true.
So it's not a celebration of Pride Month. I don't think. But if this is true, if it's what he says was true, how would I ever have a way to disprove it? I don't have. I can't.
You won't ever see this guy again.
No. And I wasn't going to go, hey, let's go to the next stage of the mating ritual. Like, I'm not gay. So how would I? I mean, I just don't know. Right. So if he has more information or has an answer to Brian as to what follows within reason, you can tell us. All right? Yes. Let us know. Yeah. Anyway, thanks.
I'd love to know it. Yeah.
Thanks to Mark from Portland. All right. We're going to play a game. It's Wednesday. That's the day we play this game. And it's a great time. So buckle up. Also, if anybody in the chat wants to be our third person to pipe in and be a part of today's call, well, I'm going to choose you. All right. So get your calls coming.
Just choose you like Pokemon.
That's right. Dunaway should answer any moment now. Oh, there he is. He's not even logged in, but he answered. Oh, that's quiet. Hey, Brian Dunaway, what are you doing, you weirdo?
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian. Am I a weirdo?
I don't
didn't know.
I
And
don't
now I'm
know.
a weirdo. Who knows?
I never heard back from that guy that thinks I'm mean to you when you're on here.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. I don't know why he thinks
Well,
that.
one of two things happened. Either he said, "This is my final email to Scott. I
Yeah.
don't care what his response is," or maybe he's just busy.
Yeah,
He's just busy.
it could be. Could be. Let's see who number 3 is. Ooh, have we had DJ Axes on before? We have, I think.
I just talked about DJ Axes. He's the one who told me about Star Wars. Hunter.
This is the guy. All right, cool.
This is the guy.
Oh, then you were
Hello, welcome back, DJ Axes. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Finally connected.
Yes, you did. Hi. How the heck are you today? And do you tell us what you love about that game? You seem to be a fan.
The stacked Jawas is a pretty big selling point there. So.
It's a really big
Nice.
selling point. Yeah.
I tend to agree. That's pretty awesome.
Has there been have you gotten to a stage where you can unlock like clans and can you start a Frog Pants clan and all that?
Maybe I'm scared to open my iPad at the moment because of how Bluetooth works. So
Oh, yeah.
I'll check that in a second. Yeah.
Maybe we'll wait till this call is over. But
Yeah,
no,
let's not mess things up. Yeah.
but we would
Yeah, no,
we would happily you should be our guy. You start the clan, start adding people. I think you're the one. You're the man.
yeah.
Your
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see how it goes. Dunaway, it's good to have you back, of course. We've hardly talked to you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't want more
I know.
more
It's just, geez, it's been like Monday.
I'm going to get
Christ.
more posts. I guess it wasn't an email. It was a post in the Facebook group. But somebody just
But it didn't affect you any. That's what's important.
No, it doesn't affect me at all.
The good thing is you didn't let it affect your life.
No, I don't bring it up all the time or anything. I don't bring it up. I don't talk about it. It's good.
No, not even a little bit.
I just don't like it. Like I've been. Oh, it feels like lifelong friends with Dunaway. So someone questions that friendship.
Yeah.
I get a little defensive. That's all. You know.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
Let's get in here and play this game. Brian Ibbett has prepared it. Therefore, he will explain it.
I will. It's
You will
time to
belt
play
it.
the Tadpooly feud. I've surveyed the Tadpool on some nerdy topics, and Scott and Brian are going to have to smell the answers that I dealt that they gave us. It's Scott and Brian's job to see how many of those answers they can guess. DJ Axes, your job is more important than ever because you're going to be working with either Scott or Brian, and if your team wins, you get a prize package that includes Steel Rising and Lottle Knot. Both,
Steel
on
Rising.
Steam. Steel Rising and Lottle Knot, both courtesy of Wesley.
I don't know what Steel Rising like a mech thing or a
Steel
it's
Rising,
tanks.
it's all one word. It's tanks.
I think it's tanks.
Is that the movie with Wolverine and the boxing robot?
Yeah,
No.
Real Steel Rising.
Real Steel Rising. Funny enough, me and Brian saw that together in a theater in
That's
Utah.
right. Yeah,
Yep.
we sat next to each other. I think we had a big thing of popcorn in between.
We did.
Every once in a while, our hands would meet as we grabbed kernels of popcorn.
And I liked that movie a lot more than I probably was supposed to. I liked it.
You know what? I think it was good.
Yeah,
it
that was
fun.
all right for what it was. By the way, I know what it is now. Steel Rising is this really rad-looking French Revolution era robot Souls-like thing that I've always had my eye on, never played. It's supposed to be pretty cool, so that sounds odd or awesome.
Nice.
And odd.
Odd. That does sound
Sounds odd.
odd.
It's a little odd.
Sounds odd.
It's a little awesome. A little odd. Anyway.
Very cool.
Great.
All right, well, let's get to the game. In order to win, you got to play. Need a question to be able to play. Let's get to it. We asked 505 tadpoolers.
Oh, that's the
it's
tadpole
going
is
up.
growing.
They're
Oh.
growing, exactly. To give their best answer to this. Put your hands on your buzzers and tell me what they said when I asked them to name a fictional sports team.
Ow!
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Show me the Harlem Globetrotters.
The problem is they're not really
It's
fictional.
real.
Yeah, they're real,
Yeah,
but they do
they're real.
fictional shit.
They're real, but they don't play
Damn
for
it.
real.
I
But,
thought-
you
Now
know
you-
what's funny?
now you got me-
Three other
now you
people
got me
said
worried.
that in the Tadpole,
Three
so
others
you were
all?
the
I
only one.
expected
Yeah.
way more than three. Damn it.
Yeah, no. It's anyway, Brian, every
So-
other answer is available.
The first thing that came to mind is the movie upcoming, which I have a copy of on Laserdisc and VHS. The Mighty Mighty Ducks, just one Mighty Duck. The
There
Ducks.
we go.
Sure. All right. Show me the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, number 2. Now,
Yeah.
technically, the Anaheim Ducks do exist
I know.
now, but when the movie
worried
came
about
out, there was no Anaheim Ducks, so they weren't real at the time.
Oh,
But
fiction informed fact.
Do you know if
Right.
do you know if that's how it went? Like they named it based on that? Do we know?
yeah,
Oh, we did.
Because
Okay.
it was
Yeah. I talked
It was
to
a
them. They said
Disney-
yes, absolutely. Yes.
because it was a Disney-based movie and Disney rules Anaheim.
Oh, good point. I didn't think of that.
Good points.
Yeah. All right.
Very good. Well, Brian, you and DJ X's are a team now, and there are 9 remaining answers on the board. You guys have 2 points, and let's see what else you can come up with.
I want more points. Hey, do you have any ideas? Because I got a few. They mostly involve TV shows and movies.
That's kind of where I am. What's the team with the dog? Oh wait, no.
Air Bud.
Yeah.
It's not
I
a
do- I don't
team.
think-
though.
I think he's the whole team, though, isn't he?
Yeah, that's true. I don't know the name of the team, so that's not a good one. I do like after a
Thankfully,
recent
don't know any of them. Thank you.
after a
Randy
recent
is happy though. Yeah.
yeah. I do reference the Airbud rule pretty frequently.
Mhm.
What about Bad News Bears?
That's pretty
I don't know
good.
the name of that.
Yeah,
team.
that was actually the second one I was going to because that's 2 of the big ones in my own life. Well, actually, there's one more that I have in my head, but yeah, I think
They're the Bears, I guess.
the
Just
bad news guys, the
Yeah.
bad news kids.
Right.
Do we have to get the exact team name, or you kind of like help us
well,
along?
I mean, it is the Bears, so
Yeah.
well, yeah,
Bears.
yeah.
you're okay.
All right, going
But
with that.
Chicago exists, and that is definitely the Bears. The
Oh,
Bears.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you
All
gonna?
right.
Do you require a city name for these answers, Brian? I guess.
I don't, but you just can't say the Wildcats and hope that there's some fictional team out there called the Wildcats.
Got it.
There
some
actually is. That's a
clarification,
really good movie
All right, so
too.
High School
Wildcats.
Musical Wildcats is not on the
Right.
list.
Right.
Got it. Thanks, Brian.
Yeah.
All right, we're
Exactly.
weaseling
By
it
the
out.
way-
We're weaseling it out.
Right.
By the way, that was a trivia question we had last night, and no one at our table had ever seen any of the High School Musical films, and so
Well, what about
We-
that Wildcat who's driving the bus right now?
Oh,
yeah, I don't know what that is.
I
Is
don't
that
know
a
what
thing?
that is either.
Speed. Oh my God! Did you not watch?
Oh, yeah, okay, that
Yeah,
one.
but who's the Wildcat? You talking about?
She's
Sandra
wearing.
Bullock.
She's
Sandra Bullock
wearing
was
the
wearing
jersey.
Wildcats, the
Oh,
Kentucky Wildcats jersey.
good lord.
The so we just went with what we know as the local Denver East High School mascot, which are the Angels.
Nice.
All right.
Are
Anyway,
we playing a game
all right.
still?
yeah, we're playing a game still. You guys said Bad News Bears. Show me Bad News Bears.
Ah, you dirt
Number
monkeys.
3 on the list. 5 points for Brian and DJ Axes.
Mm.
Well, I don't know if they had a team name or not, but I definitely like. This is the third one I like kind of movies. The Sandlot. But did they have a team
Yep.
name? They called themselves the. Did they name themselves after the dog? I know that
I think
one of
it's
the
just
players
the
ended up going
Sandlot
on.
team.
The
The
Sandlot team.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't recall a specific team name or anything.
right. All right.
All right. Sandlot team.
I don't
Cool.
like how
All right.
I don't like how Ibit said that. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. Show me.
Yeah, cool. You want to go with that?
Show me
Sure,
the
that's fine.
Sandlot team. Number 41 in the list. 2
Nice.
people said the Sandlot team.
The Sandlotters.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna go with. I think they're Springfield, but the Springfield Isotopes.
Turn. That's a good one. Oh, that
show
is a
me,
good one.
show me the Springfield Isotopes.
Ooh, number one.
Number
should've
1
went with that
answer
one.
on the board gets you 1 point.
Yeah,
but
that's a
still
good one.
keeps you in the game.
Oh my gosh! Now we're in places.
Yeah.
How about?
I just saw a typo. on here.
How's about?
That's a typo.
That's a typo.
Oh, Lady Crenshaw.
Should be
Um,
3/4 inch. That's a typo.
Oh gosh. Fictional.
Fictional.
No, once
Uh,
again, this has to be what the tadpole said. Doesn't have to actually be factual.
Correct.
Just has to be what the 500 and some odd people said.
That's what 505 people said. Yep.
Yeah.
Jazz,
The
maybe that sounds like a
505.
fake team.
All right. How about the I don't. This isn't gonna work. The Angels in the
Sure.
outfield. Angels.
Oh, I was gonna say Angels in the Outfield. That is hilarious.
All right.
Right now, I'm doing the angel thing. doing the.
Are you laying on the ground making a carpet angel?
You stand up and you have to flap your wings. That's their
I've
equivalent
never seen
of
that movie.
Oh my god!
Me neither.
We have
I never saw it.
We have homework to do.
Yeah, it had two things going against it. It was about sports, and it was
currently
aiming towards an age that I was not at the time that it came out.
Currently streaming nowhere, including Disney, who owns it. But Disney has decided that they don't want to show all of those A-list actors in that B-list movie.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
It was really the hard R at the beginning of that movie that killed
it. It really is. Yeah. Matthew McConaughey. Hey.
All right. Show me the Angels from Angels in the Outfield.
Boo.
Nope.
This is hard.
Wasn't it the Oakland? I mean, isn't it supposed to be the Oakland Angels or the?
Well, the California
that's
Angels.
A good question.
I mean,
yeah, I feel like it's not a fictional team. It's like, this struggling team got blessed by some angels. Yeah.
Yeah, but they were called the Angels in the movie,
touched
right?
by an angel.
They were still the Angels, but they weren't. It's like the Mighty Ducks. It's the same kind of comparison.
Yeah.
But
Except the team existed before the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, good point. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a key difference.
But
all right.
still, it really doesn't matter. Like before or after, it's what the tadpole says. Really, is what matters. So
I've got. All right. I've got two. I'm trying to decide between, and you tell me unless you got another good guess. I have two in my head. Would you like to hear one? Go ahead.
I just took a sip of my Michael Secret stuff, and I'm thinking about the Toon Squad over here.
That's what I was gonna say. The Toon Squad. That's perfect. Let's do some space jamming.
All right. Show me the Toon Squad.
Oh,
and number 6.
Oh, well,
and
then
I thought it was TOON, but I did before because half the people who suggested it said it was tune with an O.
Really? Is it? That makes
it's actually TUNE.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense because you think it would be Tune, short for Cartoon Squad.
It's Merry Melodies and the interesting.
Yeah, because Looney Tunes, right? Yeah.
Looney Tunes. I guess it is Tunes.
Toon Squad.
But I always say Tunes. Interesting.
I would have thought TOON.
Oh shit! Now I've lost the thread of what I had to guess on earlier.
Your
maybe we could say the
same
thing and say like the Monster Squad. Is that the opponents there?
That's right. The Monster Squad. It was called the Monster Squad, right?
Monstars. That's
yes, you're right. I'm sorry. I did not emphasize the Monstars part. You're right.
All right, going with that.
We're going with that one. You want to go with that, or want to go with something else?
Sure.
Yeah, we're going with that one.
I'm running dry, so.
Okay. I know that
All
feeling.
Right. Show me the Monstars. Number 13, just out of the top.
I'm surprised.
You get the thing? Oh, it has to be 11, right?
It has to be 11. You have to get the 11th one. Yeah.
I'm surprised that wasn't on there.
Yeah.
Okay. I just watched an episode of this yesterday, and they mentioned it. Bet it's not on here, but I have nothing else in my head, so I'm going to say the Bob's Burgers Wonder Dogs. The Wonder Dogs. Yeah.
The Wonder Dogs. All right. Show me what is it? It's the what's the beach area?
Shit.
Wonder Wharf.
What?
Wonder Wharf.
Is it Wonder Wharf?
Wonder
Wharf.
Yeah.
All right.
Wonder Wharf.
Show me the Wonder Dogs.
Yeah.
It took a second for that one to come up, and I'm looking to see if anybody said that. No, and
Also, no.
no. Nope. Three that were not that.
Okay. Damn it.
I remember the one that I was thinking of, and I'm going to say it before I freaking forget it. I was watching that the Darkness or whatever it is, the one about everything from the 2000s. Anyway, Charlie Sheen lost his shit, and he was in that movie where they were the Indians, right? Wasn't that the right one? Am I thinking of the right one, or am I getting that confused? The other one?
I don't know.
Wild Thing.
I don't know.
That one?
You're gonna have to
Now I'm
ask
getting
yourself.
confused.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also don't like sports movies, so I'm I'm a bad teammate for this one. But
right.
The other one that I had was the Average Joes from Dodgeball.
Oh, that's perfect. Can you dodge a wrench?
Seems a real Tad Pooley answer there.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It could be.
Okay.
I say
what
that.
are you going with? All right, going with that.
Either
going
that
with
or
the
the
Average Joes.
Benchwarmers.
Sure.
The Average Joes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, show me the Average Joes.
Oh shit!
Number 4 answer. Yeah, fourth most popular answer. So
take that,
15
Johnson. And now I'm losing all my cred with the person who defended me.
I didn't poo-poo that. I think that was a great answer. I like it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think the Indians for Major League. I think that's the way to go.
Okay.
I just keep seeing Charlie Sheen's stupid mohawk thing.
Yeah. Plus
He's
that
got it
logo. That logo was featured pretty heavy in the movie. Didn't they have like the
Yeah,
poster was
yeah.
a huge version of it or something? I can't remember.
Yep.
Something like that.
Oh.
Randy would know. He loves that movie.
Randy would definitely know. All right, show
he-
me the Indians.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Cleveland. They're the Cleveland Indians, real
Yeah,
team.
so I guess real team.
Real
But and only
But they did not
two
starring
people-
Charlie Sheen.
Mm.
Not starring Charlie Sheen. Yeah, but two people did say that in the tadpole.
All right.
They're real and they're spectacular.
They're spectacular.
So as it is right now, if I buzz out, he wins. If I get points enough high, I got to try to clear the board. So let's see what we got
Correct.
here.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I'm going to say one that I can't imagine people did. We have a lot of gamers in here. I've been thinking a lot about Fallout lately. Fallout 3 had a team.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say it, and I'm sure I'm wrong. But it was called...
It's going to be the biggest points ever.
Was it 4? Maybe been 4. Well, anyway, there was a team and a
I don't
stadium.
think it was 4 because I played 4 to death. So
It's probably 3 then. Anyway, 3 had a stadium and everything. I guess 4 had a stadium. That's what I'm mixing up.
yeah,
But
4 had Diamond City Stadium.
that's right. And they had a whole base in there and stores and everything.
Yeah.
Fallout 3 had, I believe, the Capitol Congressman.
It is the Capitol Congressman. Yep.
Oh,
all right.
The fact that Brian knew
Nice.
that, I might
Be in trouble.
I'm nervous. Or that's a good
You sure
sign.
it wasn't the Savannah Bananas?
I'm scared. All right. I'll say that.
All right. Show me the Capitol Congressman. Shit! Yeah. It's on the list. It's tied for 45th place because one person said it. But
Wow.
What if I
yeah.
said the Sharks?
Jump it.
When you're a shark all the way.
Yep.
No, sharks not even in the top 10. Or I'm trying to think
Okay.
which sharks, by the way. Like from what?
I
from
can't
what
remember, but
franchise?
there was definitely a movie that I remember that was like that featured the Sharks. I could see their stupid helmets, but I can't remember.
So we
It was
got
more
the
dramatic
Tiburon
movie.
Sharks. I think you were just watching Katy Perry's halftime show. Is what
It
you,
might have
you
been
thought?
that.
You thought that
Me too.
was.
Oh, I was
Frequently.
actually watching. I was watching the Baby Shark while I was also watching football. That's my bad.
No,
How's
the
that one go again?
any given
Oh, Baby
Sunday
Shark.
had the Miami Sharks, which might be what you're thinking of.
Miami. What was it again?
The Miami Sharks
yeah.
from Any Given Sunday.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
That actually was that made it on the list. It was actually number 19 on the list. Let's talk about the top 10 here, though, that you guys didn't get. Number 5, AFC Richmond from Ted Lasso.
Oh, they're
that's
not
a-
real.
God, that's a
right.
really
fairly,
good one.
fairly popular show. Yeah.
Mhm.
They're not real though. That's
I
I
thought-
would have assumed they were real.
I did too. I
Nope.
thought that was a real team. They were just doing
This
it.
was an autocorrect, so don't get on my case about this one. The Charleston Chiefs from Slapshot, not Snapshot, but autocorrected by
Don't
Slapshot.
get on my case about
Yeah,
it.
back
It's
off,
got to be
people.
a show title.
yeah.
Milwaukee Beers from Basketball.
Oh, they had a whole
That's right.
bunch of
Was that what it's called?
teams.
It was called Beers. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Milwaukee Beers.
They had
where
a ton
combined-
of fake
baseball.
names in that. Probably not as
Yeah.
popular as that. That was the one they played on, but yeah.
So this one I had questions about. Is it just called the Gryffindor Quidditch,
team. Yep, that was another one I had thought about. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they had another name because there were some other names that people put in the thing. And then finally, number 10 from Batman's hometown there, the Gotham Knights.
Oh my God, I would have never guessed that one.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Rounding out the some of the other ones, I had the Gotham Rogues as well. I didn't know what the story. If one of them was a basketball, one was a hockey team or something. The Holy Head Harpies, another Quidditch team. The Globo Gym Purple Cobras, also from Dodgeball. The Washington Sentinels
Remember that?
from the Replacements. Besaid Arooks from Final Fantasy X, the Blitzball team.
Oh,
That was one of my
job.
first thoughts, but I was like, I'm not pulling any of those names from football from 12 years ago.
It's a pretty deep cut.
The Ionath Krakens from the Sieglerverse. It's one of the Galactic Football
What is that?
Leagues. Scott Sigler's
Siegler's books, yeah.
yeah. I got you. Got you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The new New York Mets from Futurama.
Oh,
the
shit.
The Rockford Peaches from A League of Their Own.
League of Their Own.
The Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs from Shoresy. the London Jets from Red Dwarf, the Niners, the team that Worf and everybody are on from Deep Space Nine, the Purple Cobras, Atomic Superman, also from Futurama, the Bedrock Boulders from the Flintstones, the Caprica City Buccaneers.
Love it. Did you mention the Replacements or wherever that Keanu Reeves thing was? But,
the Replacements had the Washington Sentinels.
Washington Sentinels.
The Polk High School Panthers from Married with Children.
Married with Children, yeah. He's always talking about how well he did, yeah.
Yeah, and then a bunch of people thought they were really funny and just put their actual local team. So, the Utah Jazz, the Dallas Cowboys, the Colorado Rockies, et cetera, et cetera.
Maybe the joke is their teams did bad last season, so they kind of were fictional.
That's exactly what they meant. Yes, they might as well be fictional.
Yeah, especially
Harlem Globetrotters.
Especially the Jazz. They have a great 2 acts of their story in the season, and then fail, and then the complete crash and burn in the final act. They are fictional this year.
What was Gilligan's team in the Globetrotters?
Movie when they played.
They played the Globetrotters.
Yes,
yeah, that's when they finally got off the island, right? I think that's how that worked.
Gilligan's.
Oh, I thought the Globetrotters crashed and then they played basketball and then the Globetrotters just flew away, just rose their arms out and spun around really fast and helicoptered out of there.
There was some hardcore.
I love your memory.
Hardcore shark jumping in that season of that show.
Gosh, yes,
it was really bad.
I cannot find the name of the team. The New Invincibles. Let's see.
The Gilligan
After numerous devious acts, Pearson tricks most of the castaways into signing. Gilligan and the skipper uncover the conspiracy before Thurston Howell IV signs. Mr. Howell forces Pearson to agree to tear up the fraudulent contracts if the Globetrotters play his team, the New Invincibles, which has robot players.
What?
Notable sports broadcasters.
Powered by coconuts.
And Stu Nahan. Why aren't we watching this? We need to watch this.
I remember being
the new.
Even as a kid, I went, "This is really bad."
Yeah.
What are we doing here? Like,
I was down with it.
Yeah, it was like bamboo and coconuts. The robots.
What are you doing, Dobie Gillis? Come on.
It was some shit.
I guess the Gilligan's Island team was called the Castaways, obviously.
The Castaways.
It was the Castaways versus the Harlem Globetrotters.
So not the minnows that would be lost or nothing like that?
No.
That'd be great, the minnows.
The minnows perfect. Why didn't they do that?
Yeah, they should have done that. Yeah.
Jump on the shark even on the name.
Host.
My favorite team is in Grand Theft Auto 3, there's a team called the Liberty City Cocks, which I think is pretty great. Anyway,
nice.
That's true.
Oh, by the way, neither of the previous actresses who played Ginger agreed to reprise their role for this film. So Bob Denver's wife, Dreama, having previously appeared in an episode as a cave woman, appeared as Lucinda, Mrs. Howell's overly punctual secretary.
Wait a minute. How'd she get on the... That sucks. Gilligan sucks, dude. That's
really does
what
suck.
A terrible time for that show. All right. Well done. Big congratulations goes out to our winning team here.
Congratulations.
And to me. But that's okay, Brian. Tell him what he's walking away with.
Yeah, you're getting that those games, Steel Rising and Lottlenaut. See if you can tear yourself away from from Star Wars Hunters.
Star Wars Hunters Rivals.
Star Wars Hunter Rivals. Exactly.
That's been my problem trying to decide. I was like, oh wait, instead of nope, it's this. I did not find a clan section or guild section yet. So I did send you a friend invite because I assumed it was just your name.
It's Coverville. Yeah, it'd be pretty easy to find me.
My guess is they will introduce something if they don't already.
If
game's going to take off.
We still haven't even gotten clans in Marvel Snap, so it's coming. It's happening soon.
Yeah.
Speaking of Snap, briefly though, they've killed Pixelborn, and now Second Dinner is hiring for a super fun unannounced game. And the big rumor is they're going to be developing the online client for Lorcana.
Oh,
really?
Cool.
Because I would love the meshing of those two things.
That's
great. My God, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, because we're having a blast playing those. Playing Lorcana here, so and a digital version would be fantastic.
Yep, would love it.
That's great. Good news.
I yield my time.
Yeah,
it was fun. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you were awesome, dude. Be safe. We'll see you later. Hey, Brian Dunaway, this weekend, you and I sitting down together to play games. Yeah. What are we going to do with our Play Retro episode? How will we spend it?
I think we should play a little bit of that SNES classic Earthbound, or as some of the other people in the other world may know it as Mother. I guess it's Mother 2? Yeah, Mother. So Earthbound, I played it briefly years ago, and I really enjoyed what I played. It's weird. It's kooky. And I can't wait to talk about it. Played it this past week already couple of hours, but I hope to get in plenty of time tonight.
Considered by many to be one of the best games ever made.
One of the best games ever made. Ask Tonda.
Yeah, Tonda Gosa knows. He knows what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that 1:30. No, I'm sorry. We're doing an hour early on Sunday or Saturday or Friday because I got a ton of crap going on Friday. So as soon as we do our play date, about an hour after that we'll start. About 12:30 Mountain will start instead of 1:30. So 1 hour early for Play Retro fans. And it'll go up right after that. That whole day is just insane. I got Core after that. We're doing the Summerfest thing. It's just insane. So Friday is going to be wild. Dunaway, I look forward to it greatly. Would you hang up before me?
I could, but then I would look like the jerk. So no, you.
You're a jerk. Oh, he hung up on me. He did it.
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Brian.
Good job. You look like the jerk.
That'll teach that listener.
Yeah,
Who's who.
Take that.
What's what.
Yeah, take that, man. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Tom Meritt will join us. We'll have a little tech time, and after that, some recommendals. First, we need a song. Brian, take it away.
Yeah, big thanks to Mike Kubilios from SBAM Records for sending this one over. This is a band called Diesel Boy. They've just released the 7-inch record with 2 brand new songs. Side 1 is tapes. Side B is what you're about to hear right now. And if you like this, you can pick up a physical copy at all of their upcoming North American shows. They're going out on tour. This is some punk for you. Diesel Boy and a song called Punk Rock Minivan.
No, but all jokes aside, thanks for breaking me out of that curse. Last thing I remember, she was sucking the soul right out of my asshole.
I saw a gorilla do it on a nature show.
Oh, that's quiet and shouldn't be. Hold on. Here we go. And we're back. Tell me who that was again.
Yeah, that's Diesel Boy and a song that they describe as, "This is me imagining a road trip with my kids to see all the important punk rock sites across the country. But I don't own a minivan and my kids don't care about punk rock." The song is called Punk Rock Minivan.
Wow.
Yes.
I love that.
Gotta love it. Yeah.
Man, custom vans when you and I were growing up, was there anything cooler than that? That was so cool.
No, that was so cool.
We all wanted one. We wanted to airbrush the side to have something super metal on there.
Some sort of barbarian holding a giant sword with a Shine of the She-Devil sitting next to him kind of thing.
Riding some fiery steed. Hell yeah. This is all, this is what we wanted, and we never got it.
Yeah.
But we wanted it.
We never got it.
All right, y'all, check this out right here.
We want Tom.
Tom Meritt is joining us as he does each and every Wednesday to talk about technology news. Tom Meritt, welcome back to the show, sir. How are you?
I'm going to lower my monitor. Hi.
Oh, hi. Lowering that monitor.
Oh, there you are.
Oh, hi. It was me all along. How's it going?
It was never not you. It's good. How are you? You been having a good week? All said and whatever?
Yeah. I hadn't thought about it till you asked. Yeah.
It's going okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm always glad to hear that. Tom Meritt, you guys know him. You love him. He comes in here on Wednesdays and talks about technology. Why? Because he covers it on the Daily Tech News Show every day. It's why it's called Daily. And today I'm on, and there's probably stuff brewing. What's going on out there?
There's stuff brewing.
Yeah. What's happening?
The Worldwide Developers Conference from Apple is coming on Monday. So most of the news is I wouldn't say worthless, but speculation on what Apple might or might not do on Monday. When we get to this part of the cycle, I tend to just look away from all of that and say, you know what, we'll find out on Monday. Especially when you put out a podcast that sometimes people don't listen to the next day or the day after. I don't want to have a bunch of stuff that says, they might do this on Monday, and then by then it's Monday and everybody knows what they did. So there's a lot of that out there. But there was a really interesting article from The Verge called "The Future of Netflix Games Could Look Like Reality TV" that caught my eye.
Oh, tell me more. I didn't see this. What's up with that?
So Netflix is releasing more and more games all the time. You probably have heard about their weird little mobile games, solitaire and stuff like that. Most people have heard of that. You may have heard about some of the big name titles like Grand Theft Auto or what's another one? Case of the Golden Idol is coming to Netflix. So they're getting some big name titles. They're getting some fun indie titles in there as well. So slowly kind of building up, not that I'd call it retro, but library games. So stuff that you may have already played or may never have gotten around to play. But, if you already subscribe to Netflix, there's no additional charge for you to play these games on Netflix. But they also announced titles in the reality show genre. So we're talking about games like Too Hot to Handle, Perfect Match, Selling Sunset, The Ultimatum Choices. Of course, these are shows that none of us watch because we're much too sophisticated.
Yeah.
But apparently, they're very popular among other people, and it's kind of a brilliant strategy of like, hey, you watch Too Hot to Handle. What if you were in the house with all of the hot people for 4 weeks, as they promise not to engage in any kind of sexual content, including kissing? You can play the game and be along with all of the hot people as well. And one of the key things they did with that game is they made the avatar super customizable, so you can change your hair and your outfits, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's become pretty popular.
Do you think that there will be interactivity in that when things happen on the show, the game will reflect that, or something you might do in the game as a group okay, so that's the idea, is to kind of show it on both ends, like
So it seems to me the appeal is you watch the show, it's 10 episodes, whatever it is, and then the show goes off and you wait for the next series. Well, you can keep the experience going by playing the game.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know where I land on this in terms of interest. Probably very little, but
of course. Yeah. None of us are interested in reality shows or playing reality show games.
Yeah, no, we're too sophisticated, right? Like you said. But I here's the thing, though. The concept that's on here could easily be parlayed to something like the science fiction genre or fantasy or something else.
Oh,
and
it is. There's Stranger Things and everything like that.
Right.
I think the thing that fascinates me about this is that while none of us are interested in this, these shows have huge numbers.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like gargantuan numbers. Yeah. They are cheap to produce. They give huge responses. And you get a bunch of people that may not play a game related to Stranger Things, but they're absolutely going to be addicted to this kind of game. And there are all kinds of strategies within the Netflix gaming offering that will bring actual, people who identify as gamers in. This is going to bring a lot of people who might not identify as gamers in.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to, there's, the Taskmaster franchise has a VR game coming out in a couple weeks.
There you go. Right. Yeah.
Ooh, VR is perfect for that. That makes perfect sense.
It is. Yeah. So you're actually, doing some actual VR things with that. Yeah. What I play, like, we've talked about how there are a couple reality competition shows I like. So not things that don't have the word housewives in the title or Selling Sunset or anything
they
like
don't
that.
Need someone showing arms and midriff in their
right
logo.
Exactly. Yes, but like if they made a survivor based game, because it would predominantly be puzzles, it's not like you're not going to get the social aspect of the game. I might be interested in that because
that's kind of perfect, right?
Like
a puzzle
game part of that
Yeah.
really fascinates me. Or Amazing Race could do something like this.
Yeah.
But that's about as far as I could go.
It would be cool though. See, in that scenario, what interests me here is not that there's a game based on a thing. There's Kardashian games. There's all that, and they're popular and they're whatever. They're finding their audience. What I'm saying is, it would be really cool, like in your Survivor comparison, that what you're doing in the game either has an impact on what happens next week on the show, or what happens on the show will affect how you play the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, your competitors in the game, maybe those get eliminated right along with their real life counterparts getting eliminated, and you. See, I don't know how that would work, because I guess you could get eliminated.
Or you get the game before you see it the next week on the show and see how you did compared to the players.
Yeah. There's a few ways to gamify this. I think that's a good one. Yeah. Like that's interesting.
That Too Hot to Handle is a great example. They have created on Reddit, just the fans among themselves, Main Character Monday, where they all show off their avatars that they've customized. Right, and it's sort of playing off, the idea of who is the main character of the storyline of the day, whether the show is active or not.
Yeah, interesting. Well, we'll see how it goes. I try to apply this to existing reality concepts, like if this was like Storage Wars, could I bid on that weird box in the corner? things like that.
Could I play a game based on Big Brother that slowly removes oxygen from the house, little by little?
Yeah, without them knowing. They don't have any idea that you're doing this.
Without them knowing, yes.
Another
absolutely.
fantasy element.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, let us truly live the dream.
I think the fascinating thing about this is not that and I'm joking around, of course, but I don't watch any of these shows either, and I'm not really compelled to play these, but just the idea that they identified cheap fandoms, right? And I don't mean that the fans are cheap. I mean, it's cheap to create these shows, and they create huge fandoms, dedicated people who are super into these shows and want to talk about them, want to hang out with other people and talk about them. And they gave them something else to talk about in between the shows, in between the series, to keep that dedication alive. And it seems to be working. And that is another brick. It is not the entire wall of Netflix's gaming strategy, but that is a huge brick that you will bring people into this gaming service that you're not going to bring in with, NVIDIA GeForce Now. You're not going to bring in on Amazon Luna. But Netflix has figured out, we don't have to go for AAA titles because a lot of people are doing that. Not as many people are doing this. And suddenly people have something that they didn't know they wanted and they love, apparently. And that's going to keep them subscribed to Netflix. And eventually, if this gets popular enough, I believe Netflix's strategy is to say, oh my gosh, the Netflix gaming program with, its multiple appeals, not just the reality show one, but also the Grand Theft Auto stuff and maybe original titles as they've bought some game studios that you can't get anywhere else, is now going to be a separate service from Netflix streaming video. It's exactly what they did with streaming video. A lot of people don't remember. You got Netflix streaming with your DVD by mail service for years. And then they split them up. And everybody complained about them splitting them up. But then everybody subscribed to streaming and stopped subscribing to DVD by mail, and they eventually closed down their DVD by mail. I don't think they'll close down the video streaming, but I do think they'll split these apart at some point.
Yeah, I think so too. This is a more natural way of doing it than that weird jump straight into it rental thing they were going to do some years ago. What was that called? It was many years ago.
Oh yeah, all I can remember is GameFly, but Netflix had their own name.
Yeah, it was like that. But and they had a separate name for it, and they almost as soon as it was announced, they dropped it. It felt like
Quickster.
That was
Quickster.
It.
Yeah.
That was it. Way too early for a thing like that. This is basically the fruition of that.
Quickster was just renaming the DVD by mail service. Actually, now that I'm
was it? I can't remember what the game thing was.
There was a game thing though. There was a game thing, and they I think they bought a company and then closed it down or something. Spun it back out. Or
called something for, and it was like a hot minute is all. And and then poof, it was out of there. Well, anyway, we'll see how it goes. I think it's interesting. So we'll find out as time passes. And today we'll talk about this and other cool stories on the Daily Tech News shows. We lurch toward Apple's AI plans next week.
Oh, that's right. Their big WWDC thing.
Gonna be big.
Yeah. We're gonna do some sort of preview on Friday, I think. But we're gonna look for sort of the unexpected things. Maybe, I don't know. We're still trying to figure that out. And then of course Monday we've got Terrence and Nika from Snob OS joining us. Apple Vision Show will have immediate coverage of it. So lots of ways to cover WWDC from us.
Sounds awesome. Anything else going on you want to mention?
No, just that Apple Vision Show. Go sign up for it if you haven't already. Eileen and Sarah are killing it over there. And this is the week you're going to want to get their preview of WWDC from Monday and their wrap up next Monday. So the perfect time to go look it up. Apple Vision Show on your favorite podcatcher.
I can tell you as a former guest, it is a fine show to be on too. It's a good time.
Yeah, that was a great episode when you were on.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Really enjoyed it. So if you guys are want to check out a great show about Apple stuff, go do it. Tom Meritt, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I didn't hang up on him either. He let go before.
I'm hoping they announce the Apple Vision Pro Nano.
You want a real one eye, just one eye, like
one eye, but the Pro version Max.
Yeah.
Apple Vision Nano Pro Max.
Yeah, I just want a little monocle that hangs from a chain.
Right.
We'll see what they do.
The best VR, one eye VR.
I have a feeling this will be. I could be totally wrong, but I'll bet you next week is almost 100% focused on the new Siri, iOS changes, Mac OS changes, and iPad OS changes that will support all their new AI initiative stuff. That'll all
no hardware, all software.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it usually is anyway. That's usually WWD, or at least the focus, because it's developers. That's the whole point. That's the D in there. The big D. I went to school and I got the big D. I like that line in that
Wet Legs chaise lounge.
Yeah, I hate
all day long on the chaise longue, all day long.
It's the chaise long part. I hate that part so much.
All day long on the chaise longue.
F you, France. All right.
May I butter your muffin? Do you want your muffin buttered?
I really like that band. I don't like the word chaise longue. I hate it. Okay, we're going to get Randy. We're going to get Nicole. Although I don't know if I ever got it. Did I ever get her link?
No, and I've been talking with her. I almost don't know if she realizes it's today based on the way she replied to me. She's like, "Oh yeah, I should 2 minutes ago. I think I'll be there juggling kids and work."
Hi Nicole, are you there? Is that you?
She made it.
Yeah, I made it.
Oh, hold on.
Well, what do you recommend?
Blah 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 blah. Okay, so there's that. No problem. It's good to have you no matter what. But I never got a clip from you, so I don't know what you watched.
Oh, I sent it to you.
Oh, you did? When did you send this?
Yeah.
You know why? It's because everybody tried to get into to feud today, so I have a million PMs.
Oh. Okay.
You sent it at 9:18. Yeah, we're already doing the show at 9:18, so it's a little harder. Hard for me to see
crazy.
that.
So the kids are out of school, so it's just a juggle.
Sure.
So
It's a
I might not be here some weeks.
Sure.
Totally fine, and we are fine with we'll miss you the days you don't make it, but we're happy to get you.
We'll get you whenever we can get you. It's good to have you here. It's also nice to see Randy. Hi, Randy Jordan. How are you?
Good morning stream. I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Went to a middle school for the second to last time yesterday.
Oh.
Tomorrow's the very last time I'm ever going over to this middle school
because of the restraining order.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't even know that they're about to put one on me.
Yeah.
But tomorrow's the last time. It's so flippin' weird to have a high schooler now.
It is, right?
So weird. It's like
it'll throw you.
It's like a time machine for you,
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
They put you in the junior high and you get lulled into a sense that this is always going to be here, and then they screw you and say, nope, you're trying this other one. So
right.
I get it. Well, good luck to him. And they do big deals for junior high graduation these days, or how's that?
Yes, because capitalism. There's they're calling them the 8th grade class of 2024, and I'm like, no, you're just trying to sell extra 2024 graduate banners.
Yeah, I get that.
There's a whole promotion ceremony and stuff, like an award ceremony, but like the extra things where they call them the wrong class year is just weird to me.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that, and enjoy. I mean, they did this with Van's 5-year-old one. It was just too big of a production. It's like, come on, you guys. When I was a kid, I never saw a graduation until high school. Everything else was just like, see ya.
They did a thing from elementary school to junior high for us, 6th grade thing. I remember it was the day when there were tornadoes that would touch down near Arvada, and we're all sitting there outside at Foster Elementary, looking up at these clouds, like maybe we just shouldn't do this. Let's not do this. You're not giving us anything except a rolled up piece of paper that says.
They're giving you great memories.
Oh, are they though? Are they?
I mean, I'm remembering the tornado.
Yeah.
I've seen some like 5th grade classes they call it the clap out, where they get the whole school to line the halls, and then the 5th grade kids go down the halls, like giving all the other kids that are still going to be there high fives.
I like that. Yeah,
and that's
cool.
about it.
Yeah.
So
do the clap out.
Every school does it a little differently. I think it's cool that they try to put
right, recognize the end of one door closing and a new door opening. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.
I like that, but then do it by making everyone walk really slowly in a procession for way too long. Have them do that. I wish there was a way to
pronounce everybody's names.
Yeah, they should just say it's under your seat, and everybody just look under, and there's your thing, and go home, drive safely. That's how it should go.
Josiku rigor mortis.
There you go.
Core in the chat room. This is how you ensure every kid gets every germ.
Yeah. That's true. It's important to their little immune systems.
Every other child.
Yeah. I was sure we were going to get something the other night.
Absolutely true. The way this middle school I've been going to over and over has prevented the spread of disease by doing a lot of things outside. Right. I live in a place where you can go outside. And so like the award ceremony we went to yesterday was outside. And that, boy, does that bring its own challenges. Whew.
Yeah, it does. Well, be careful out there, y'all. During graduation season, there's a new version of the swine, or what's the one that gives you the barfs and the shits? What's that called? Not swine flu. Norovirus. Yeah, there's a new variant of the norovirus, and it sucks. Sucks. It's the worst. All right, let's get into it here and get to Brian, who's going to start us off here with his clip. Brian, tell us all about it.
Are you ready for some noir? How about some noir? Who ordered the noir?
I like noir.
Big plate. That's what I'm bringing to the table this week.
You watch Sugar?
No, but that is on the list. I do want to watch it, especially. I don't want to know anything about that. There's a twist. I don't want to.
Nope.
I don't want to. But
let's watch it.
Yeah, I want to see it. But that's not what I watched. I watched something else.
All right, well, let's play this clip and see what else you watched. Here we go.
Dickie Greenleaf.
Yes?
Tom Ripley. From New York. We met at Bob Delancey's place. It was years ago. What a coincidence.
Tom, what is it?
Ripley.
This is Marge. Marge, Tom Ripley.
How do you do?
Fine, thanks. You don't seem to remember me.
No, I haven't been back to the States in so long.
That's okay.
I think I'm gonna go for a swim. Does anyone care to join me?
I will. Tom?
Oh, sure.
This is an uncomfortable scene we heard right there.
It is an uncomfortable scene. You can almost visualize the awkward looks that they're giving each other in that audio-only clip.
Is that Matt Damon?
That was not Matt Damon. That is...
Listen to Talented Mr. Ripley or something.
You're so close. The fact that this might take the award for the most times the name of the thing has been said in the audio clip that I play. This is just called Ripley. This is it's a series on Netflix based on the same thing, based on the same novel, The Talented Mr. Ripley, based on the same thing that the movie with Matt Damon and Jude Law was. But I think this, if that movie, maybe I'd put that at a 6. This is like an 8 or a 9. This is so damn good. This is a neo-noir psychological thriller series, 8 episodes, starring Andrew Scott as Tom Ripley. Andrew Scott, I previously got him confused with the guy who played Perry Mason on the show on Max. No, Andrew Scott is the guy who played the priest on
Horny
Fleabag. Horny priest on Fleabag. Yes.
Oh, I like that guy. He's great.
Yeah. And my God, he plays this character to the hilt. He's getting so many accolades right now. It'll be a real surprise if he does not get recognition when it comes Emmy time, because he plays this role so well. It's entirely in black and white, so be prepared for that. You've also got you heard Dakota Fanning in there as Marge, the character that Gwyneth Paltrow played in.
I did not hear her though.
You didn't hear her?
No. Was there a woman in that?
Yeah, she wanted to go swimming.
She's going to go get in the water.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
And then Johnny Flynn, is Dickie Greenleaf, the guy that you heard, basically the guy that Jude Law played in the original as well. He's Moriarty in Sherlock. That's right.
Is this a limited series deal, like a one-off and we're done series?
No, it's a series.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is it a limited series, like one?
It's it's a series. I'll tell you this: it is not limited series.
So they're having a season 2, is what I'm asking.
This could be there could be a season 2, and I tried to say that in a way that didn't.
That's a spoiler
up how it might end.
Oh, I see. I've never seen the movie, so I don't know how any of that goes.
Oh, good. See this instead of the movie. This is so much better than the movie. This originally was going to be on Showtime. They moved it over to Netflix, and I'm so glad they did. You've also got John Malkovich in this thing, a little small guest role. You've got Fisher Stevens, whose head is so much larger than his neck. Like it's almost like he's a Funko Pop. He's in this thing as well. Not a lot of other people that you would recognize. Elliot Sumner, Margarita Bai, Maurizio Lombardi. This thing is so Andrew Scott focused. I mean, he's the title character, and he just chews up every scene he's in. So I would say, doesn't matter if you've seen Telling Mr. Ripley, put that one out of your mind. Watch this. This is far better and far more sinister and smoldering than the movie The Telling Mr. Ripley.
Is it very discomforting? Like, is the whole time you're just going, oh geez, freaking
a little bit. Yeah. I mean, he's if you know anything about the character, he's basically a guy who cons his way through life.
Yeah.
And I feel like Matt Damon played it con light
right.
for the movie. This guy plays it like this is a con man who will stop at nothing to get done what he needs to get done.
All right.
And there are times he plays it so well. There are times you root for him. There are times that you don't root for him. And it's just so good. The show is called Ripley. It is on Netflix, 8 episodes, and really, I don't know what it's getting right now on Rotten Tomatoes. An 8 out of 10. Oh, 85% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
If you're a person who cares about those sorts of things, then it deserves every bit of that and maybe even more.
Fisher Stevens play an uncomfortable Indian accented guy who's
He does not. He never one at any point utters, "I am literally standing beside myself."
Okay, good.
Never at any point says that.
Okay, good. That's good because it was a rough time for Fisher Stevens.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. It feels like the kind of thing I need to get in the right mood for, though, right? Like, would you say that's true? No,
I don't think so. I mean, I think you'll know instantly if you're this show hooked us halfway through episode 1. We were so drawn in by this because it hits the ground running. There is not a slow build in this show. It's
all right.
You'll know instantly if you're in the right mood for it when you start watching it. But I feel like even though it's black and white and it's neo-noir, you don't need to say, all right, settle in, we're going to watch some neo-noir. It's like, no, just jump in and start watching it.
All right.
I love it.
I'm all in. Nicole, let's swing over to you. Got a clip lined up here for you. What do you want to say before we play?
I haven't really had much time to watch anything for me. So Mateo has been watching this and I have been watching it along with him, and it's funny because it's been out for a while. There are, I think, 7 seasons. I've never watched it. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. A lot of fun.
All right, here we go. Here's your clip.
George, what you have in your hand is the exact step-by-step instructions on how to make my brisket. I have never written it down until tonight because I was afraid someone might steal it. But I'm entrusting this to you, and I hope that someday, when the time is right, you will see fit to share it with one of your children.
Connie, I don't know what to say.
Don't call me Connie.
Okay. I haven't seen any of this either, so.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
You should. I couldn't recall if we ever talked about it on the show.
I recommended it a couple years ago, and
That's what I
I'm not
thought.
surprised that Scott hasn't watched
Yeah,
it.
there's a I think Scott and I both have this aversion to the end of the Big Bang, or like the middle, like after the first season of the Big Bang Theory, when they just started leaning into pop culture.
We haven't
reference.
said what this show is, though.
Oh, we haven't, have we?
Don't know.
Oh, yeah.
It's Young Sheldon,
Mhm.
so it's
Yeah.
on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a
Mateo
spin-off.
has never watched Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
So so it's been really interesting to watch him watch this and get to know Sheldon from a different storyline.
Mm.
They do this show so well. I like it more than Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah, everybody
Yeah,
does.
that's
There-
what
it's-
everybody's
Yeah.
saying.
It's not a live studio with a lot of laughter. Like it's a perfectly composed comedy.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, which is something that I would like to see. I think I just fell off that stuff so hard that as soon as I heard about it, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll see that one day.
I'll get around to it. And that's what I did too. I was like, I'll get around to it. I never got around to it. After 7 seasons, I never got around to it. But Mateo started watching it, and I love it because Sheldon, I mean, he's so smart, and you get little hints of his, his upbringing in The Big Bang Theory, but they really get a chance to like dive into it with this show. And Annie Potts, who you heard in that clip, is his Meemaw, and I love her. And what's the mom's name?
Zoe
the
Perry.
actress. What's the actress's name?
Zoe Perry
In Big Bang. No, the mom.
Oh, Frick.
Zoe Perry.
No, not yet. No.
The Connors.
Yeah.
Metcalf.
Laurie Metcalf. That's it.
Laurie Metcalf.
So like
That's
her
Zoe Perry's
daughter.
mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Wait, hold on a second. Zoe Perry is the actual daughter of Laurie Metcalf?
Yes,
yes.
it's the greatest
why
stunt
it's
casting that has ever happened on television.
I had no idea.
So
That's crazy.
good.
No idea either. Yeah.
That's great.
It's so good. So
I love that. Can
we're
I
on
ask you this
season 3
question? Does Jim Parsons show up in this thing? Does he narrate it? Like what happens?
He narrates it.
Okay.
He narrates it.
And his narration's real spotty. It's in like 100 episodes. You maybe hear his voice in like 25.
I don't know.
Well, it says he's in 141 episodes. That's all.
Oh, he's credited in every single one of them. He's just not important.
Okay.
Amy also shows up.
Amy.
Liam Blommick or whatever her name.
Museum Blommick. Yes. Maya
Bomb Blommick.
Maya Bomb Blossom. That's it. Blossom Bomb Blossom.
Anyway, she shows up in the narration too. Because here's the thing about the narration: you get little Easter eggs.
Museum Colonic. Yep. She's great.
It. Yeah. Amazing.
You get little Easter eggs. I don't want to like spoil anything, but we were watching it. We're in the third season, and Jim Parsons' narration, he dropped something about past Big Bang Theory, and we're like, what? We had to rewind it to hear it. So it's just a fun show. After this is done, Mark's going to introduce Mateo to Big Bang Theory and see what he thinks about it and the character.
And it's got comedy royalty all over the place. Craig T. Nelson, Ed Begley Jr., Wallace Shawn they're all over the show, and it's just amazing to see how they interact with these young first timers.
Yeah. Young. So Meemaw, who's played by Annie Potts, is dating what's his name?
Craig T. Nelson.
No. Early Wallace Shawn. So
her first. I'm sorry, I forgot.
So here's what's so great about introducing this to a kid. So Wallace Shawn was in Princess Bride.
Mm-hmm.
So Mark will make references to that, and Mateo's like, "What?" And so we're showing Mateo clips of like things that these very famous people have been in and they're noted for. So it's kind of a neat way to introduce Mateo to things that he has no clue who this person. This is Meemaw's boyfriend.
Yeah,
he has no background.
Wallace Shawn rules, man. He's
right?
You should really freak him out and say, "Hey, do you know who the dinosaur is in Toy Story?"
Toy Story.
And it'd be like, it's Dr. John Sturgis, played by Wallace Shawn. He'll lose his mind. No, that's awesome. You know what? You kind of encouraged me here to maybe start this. Kim and I were always like on the fence of like, it seems fun. Maybe, I don't know. And then we'll get around to it. And we never do.
Very wholesome.
So. Right.
Crazy Neighbors loved this show. And so that enticed us, but then we also know that they're crazy neighbors, and sometimes our tastes don't always line up.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dave's got some tastes that may not line up exactly with you.
As I said previously, and this is like really narrow, but like if you know Texas really well, the show is a celebration of Texiana, because it like they really specifically follow their timeline. So they're like rummaging through 88, 89, 90, 91, that sort of thing. And there's events that happen in our history that kind of filter into the show. It really, really takes off when my distant cousin Montana Jordan meets Haley Joel Osment's little sister. Emily Osment comes in as Sheldon's brother's future wife and baby mama, and like the show just goes places. It's so awesome. There was no doubt in my mind that those two people would get a spinoff. Like for years, I've been expecting this spinoff between those two characters.
Oh, funny.
And
you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Goldbergs. The Goldbergs are set in Philly, in the Philadelphia area, whereas Young Sheldon takes place in Texas. But it has that same kind of vibe where, it's following this family and their adventures.
Yep. So. I want to see it. I will. I like Annie Potts too. She can do no wrong.
Yeah,
she's
great.
Best thing on the show, man. She's so perfect.
I love her.
If you've ever watched The Big Bang Theory, you kind of wonder, why does Sheldon love his Meemaw so much? And then you see this and you're, oh, I get it. She's like amazing.
So Mateo actually started calling his grandma Meemaw.
Oh, really? Because of the show?
He loves that character so much. So he's like, I think I might start calling you Meemaw.
Well, there you have it. Check it out. Young Sheldon on Netflix in its entirety.
No, I don't think it's so.
Oh,
there's one more season.
Yeah, because the final season just wrapped.
Oh,
so that's not on Netflix.
Okay, so it's CBS. Why isn't this all on? It is all on Paramount Plus. I take it back. So it's on Max.
Oh, it's all on Paramount.
It's also on Max. It's kind of all over the place.
Really?
All over the place.
Yeah, Young Sheldon on Paramount Plus is up to date for anything they release.
Okay.
So check that out. Well done. Let me dive over here to Randy Jordan. Randy, you got a clip. What's going on here?
Yeah, I got a clip. I just Ibbott brought up Rotten Tomatoes, and I went over and I was like, what's the Rotten Tomatoes score for mine? Oh my gosh, it's 98.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right.
So I believe it.
This is one of the greatest things that's come along in the last year or more. So that's cool.
Well, it is cool.
Sorry, the clip sucks, but that's you'll understand really quickly why the clip sucks.
Well, let's find out.
I told you.
Well, that's me. Hold on. Here we go.
Ensign Shikishima, right? I was a mechanic at the Tsukuba Naval Air Corps, Tachibana. We were there at the same time.
Tachibana? Oh, of course, yes. I owe you and your men.
This runway of ours is chock full of holes, and you were still able to land safely. You haven't lost your touch since we last met.
Well, training for dogfights was simple. It's different in a real kamikaze.
Yes, it is. Lucky you got this extra chance to rest, huh? It's strange. Your rig, we looked it over, and not a single one of us could pin down any issues.
What are you trying to say?
I have no idea.
This is Godzilla -1. And this is the English dubbed version of Godzilla -1 so that you could understand something. The very beginning, a kamikaze plane lands with a bomb still strapped to it. That's odd. How does a kamikaze ever come back, right?
Yeah, it's right there in the name, kamikaze.
Yeah, so we learn a lot about our main character very quickly, and then it carries on from there. This is an incredibly human story. It's almost like Godzilla, the monster, is the backdrop tragedy, right? Like how the boat is the backdrop of Titanic, right? And it's a story that really goes places. I'm amazed at how this story takes us through all of Japan in the aftermath of World War II. It's very anachronistic. Like it's an alternate universe altogether, but it's just beautiful, Scott. It's got such great music. If you can tolerate watching it in the original Japanese with subtitles, do that. Their performances are amazing, and if you got to, the English dub's all right.
I hear it's okay, but not better. You should watch it subbed if you really want the impact, I guess. Sorry, Brian.
Yeah, when we saw the black and white version, Godzilla -1 color, it was the subbed version, and the acting really, like the acting really is phenomenal. So I would say I'm eager to watch it again because now I get to finally see it in color. We missed it during its run in color, and had to.
I really don't think it matters. The differences are color. I mean, it's like there's no difference to the whole movie. Like
I don't know.
You could take this version.
Yeah.
You could just turn off the color on your television if you need to. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not there's not some artistic flair added.
Well, I thought they did. I thought they did like black and chrome for Fury Road, right? They do a treatment on it.
Went through every scene and hand tuned the black and white balance rather than just stripping the color. Rather than
I get that. I get that. I'm just saying, you as a viewer, I don't see where you're gonna. Where you're going to go, oh, that's breathtaking.
It's not going to be it's not going to be a completely different experience, but I feel like it will modernize the film more than, because that black and white really served to make it feel like we were watching an old movie.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
was done really well.
And for the scenes in the Japanese ghettos,
I
would say minus color is the far superior version.
Okay.
For the scenes that include Godzilla, and I want you to know, this is a 2-hour movie. It only has 11 minutes of Godzilla.
It's so true, yeah.
But the color really adds something for Godzilla the monster, and I don't want to say more if you haven't seen it. But the color is a very important aspect there.
Wait a minute, is he rainbow colored in the color version?
Right, for the month of June, Godzilla.
It's Godzilla Pride Month. Excellent, I love it.
It's just an amazing movie. It is so good. It is as good as it could possibly be. That's the way I want to always put it. Because if you're looking for faults, you're going to find faults, right? There are a lot of tropes in this movie. There's there's all kinds of things about how the people come together to try to fight off the threat. That's so tropey, but it's beautiful. It really draws you in, and like you want to jump on a boat and go join them in their fight.
Right. That sounds awesome. When they kind of stealth dropped it on Netflix, I went, oh, well, I'll watch this immediately, and I just haven't had time. So I'm going to try to watch it before this weekend. Try to squeeze it in.
Pay attention to the music. The music is stunning. It's so freaking good. Like one of the best soundtracks of 2023. Pay attention to the.
Don't tell me what to do.
I'm sorry. Like, pay attention to everybody who has a line in the first 30 minutes, because they all come back. It's amazing how the movie holds on to people and has them intersect over and over. It's just beautiful.
Nice.
You got to watch it.
I'm looking forward to watching it again.
Cool. I am very excited. Finally, this let's bring a little horror movie to the table, y'all.
Yeah.
And let's get a little scared. Let's get a little freaked out by a thing that tries to reach back into the 70s and produce a feeling that we used to get about 70s horror. And I'll tell you whether it succeeded. Here you go.
I told you not to look for me. Please, Father. That's all I have. The only proof of what they've done. But she looks so human. Don't let yourself be fooled. She wasn't conceived naturally.
Ooh, weird.
Wow.
This is The First Omen on Hulu, and if both those guys sound like dudes you heard in Game of Thrones, it's because this thing is full of Game of Thrones people.
It's another one of these things that has just recycled cast list from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it feels like they're, these British productions, they tend to pull from this pool, and often those people have been in Game of Thrones at least once or twice, if not more. But that was The First Omen, and it just hit Hulu. This is still, I think it's still even in theaters, or at least was at the time they put it there.
Yeah, I think it is.
So we're getting stuff awful quick these days. This is pretty interesting. Neil Tiger Free is your main character. She plays Margaret, and I don't know if anyone knows who she is. You probably know her from, if not Game of Thrones, she was Marcella Baratheon very early on, 6 episodes. She's been in The Servant. She's the main weirdo lady in The Servant, the Apple TV thing. She's in, what else? Other stuff you don't know. Anyway, she's very good in this, though. I think this might be a star-making moment for her. This is very much trying to reach back and go, hey, what was The Omen like? What did that feel like? Let's have it feel like that. And let's make sure the Catholic Church is the most evil-looking organization in the history of movies, just like they used to do. They still do. This happens all the time. But if you got demons and possession and all that kind of stuff, bring in the Catholics, bring in the priests and the nuns, have some of them look really scary, and bam, there's your movie. And that's kind of what this is. I won't get into specific like story stuff here, but it tries to sort of establish the beginnings of all the Omen movies. And the funny thing is, I think there's like a whole generation and a half who have no idea what the Omen's about. It's just old, you know?
So this is a prequel then to the Damien stuff.
Yes.
Then
direct sequel or direct prequel, I should say.
Direct prequel.
Yeah.
And the do they capture? I mean, you may have alluded to this, but so capturing what made also the 70s movies so uncomfortable.
Yeah, very much so. Like, I don't know what that even is.
Good.
I don't even know what that sauce is. There's something about the settings, the costuming, and the sort of era is very well represented.
Nice.
It's
Okay,
filmed
good.
like one of those old things, creepy music. There are a couple of cornball moments that I went, oh, wow, you're gonna do that, eh? But for the most part, it is not that. It is a little predictable. Like the minute I saw a certain character played by Bill Nye, I went, well, he's not going to be quite like he's presenting because it's Bill Nye. It's what he does. He's not
reprising his role from Pirates of the Caribbean,
or Vincent the Vampire from Underworld.
Face.
Yeah, he's very good in it.
Bill Nye the Science Guy?
No.
Bill Nighy, the Davy Jones and
British actor.
The British actor who's
okay.
the washed up rock and roller in Love Actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
yes.
Blart Farst in Hitchhiker's Guide.
That would have been a totally different.
Yeah. No.
He's awesome. Charles Dance, who you heard in that clip, is not in there very long, but he's very effective in there. And Ralph Ineson, you cannot miss his voice. He's also in it and has a larger role. Plays a character called Father Brennan. He's very interesting as well. Cool. Anyway, I
see Sonia Braga is in this, and I'm watching something that stars her niece.
Oh, no way. That's cool. Yeah, Sonia Braga plays a older... Well, she is older, but she's a sister, like one of the older nuns there, and she is really good.
Cool. Awesome.
It's fantastic. It's scary and also very unnerving, which is what you want from something like this. It had almost gotten an NC-17 rating, and I'm dying to find out why. I don't know why, but there's a birthing sequence. It's probably the one that got cut a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, so I will say this is a warning. If you don't want to see... how do I put this in a delicate way? There is a scene where someone gives birth
to a demon,
and it's very graphic. Let's just say the exit is a little graphic. I'll put it that way.
Okay, all right.
Gotcha. Think of like Knocked Up, but not funny, like that.
Okay. Oh God.
Kind of hard to explain. I'm sure the NC-17 has something to do with that scene. If I had to guess,
I'm trying to pace this out to see if it's a thing for Tina or a thing for no Tina. Is it jump scary a lot, or more just like
a couple jump scare, but mostly it's like the ideas at play, the dialogue.
Okay.
Right. It's a little more of a thoughtful movie. It's not just.
Tina's gonna watch this with me.
Yeah,
Good.
Tina might really hate that scene though. I don't know. My wife would not like that scene. She'd be like, "Oh my gosh, what'd you get me into?" So I don't know. Maybe bring a blanket and toss it over it like my dad would, or something.
I'll just toss it over Tina when that scene comes.
Yep. Anyway, it is called The First Omen. It is available now on Hulu, and I think it was good. All this stuff is on quicktms.li, so go check that out if you are behind on that. You can check out last week's and everything before it as well, so that you can try and keep up. Nicole, I hope you have a great, albeit busy week.
Mm-hmm.
With the kiddos and the whatnot, and all that. Have fun, Randy.
That was a quick goodbye from her.
That's the quickest goodbye I've ever heard from her. That was amazing. Randy, is there anything you'd like to say to sum things up here today?
I'm just really looking forward to talking to you on Saturday for Film Sack.
Yes.
Well, I am as well.
We're going to ride in a car driven by a baby.
Yeah.
I know. How did they make that baby drive that car? That's what I want to know.
It's AI. That's what AI has wrought.
Yeah.
The greatest sequel to Baby's Day Out ever, called Baby Driver.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm on pins and needles here. That'll be this weekend. I haven't seen it, so I'm excited to finally see the thing and see what it's all about, and get my what's the director's name?
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. I want my Edgar Wright dance card. Get all the punch holes in it, and this'll do it because I've seen everything but this. So there you have it. Randy Jordan, have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Fine.
Bye. Is it that everyone's surprised I'm not hanging up on them today? Is that what's going on?
It must be. Yeah, it's funny.
All right. Just trying to.
That might have been one of the best Randy exits.
I think he thought I was cutting him off, but I didn't do it.
I think so, yeah.
So we heard him. All right. What else is going on? That's it, really, for the show. We're done. Let's get out of here. On our way out the door, though, I would like to say that if you're looking for stuff related to this show, you can find it all at frogpants.com/TMS. That's it. It's all there. All of it. Brian, take us out with a song.
Okay, I will. I'm just responding to something TRPW asked about my film sec song for Baby Driver. I'm not saying. Let's get to the request. This one's going out to Ducey. Ducey and Caducey. You know, Ducey and Kirsa's anniversary was right after TMS Vegas, but they partied too hard to remember to request the song in time. Ducey says, we've been together 18 years and I love that we're still finding new things to do together, like spend nearly a week with a bunch of the best nerdy people we only have ever met in Vegas.
Nice.
Caducey's favorite artist is BTS, so please play anything BTS related, but I'll leave the decisions up to the cover master, and any date is fine.
They left that out when we had dinner with them. I didn't know about the BTS love. That's cool.
Yes, we rode in their car, and we're looking at each other like, I did not expect this music to be played in this vehicle. With these two, it was great.
That's amazing.
It was so awesome to discover their love for K-pop that way. So let's go to BTS, or a cover of BTS, I should say. This is by a favorite band of mine, Scary Pockets. They've recently announced that they're going to start focusing more on originals, which good for them, sad for me because I love Scary Pockets covers. But this one features Kenton Chen, India Carney, and Mario Jose doing a cover of Dynamite by BTS.
Oh, that sounds awesome. All right, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow for a Thursday edition of the show. Get your brains ready for the Windy segment and all that stuff. We'll see you then.
Bloodsport.
Shit. That didn't play right. Hold on. There we go.
This show is part of the Frog Pants Network. Yes. Get more at frogpants.com. Bloodsport.
There you go. That's where it was supposed to be.
Even funnier the second